What's up, my dudes? How you doing? We are back. I am here. I am back from hibernation after freaking last night staying up super late, finishing that Archon quest, then working out, and then just straight into hibernation, dude. We got Furina Story Quest that we have to do after that very emotional Act 5 for the Archon quest, which was amazing. So thank you for everybody who's watched the videos on that, checked out the live stream. Thank you very, very much. So what is up? How are you doing, Nessiness? What's up, Zine? Is that how I say that? Or is it Zine? Lord knows I can't pronounce anything. How am I? I am doing good. I am good. It is 1 in the morning over here, but I'm awake around this time anyways. My sleep schedule is literally non-existent. I don't have a sleep schedule. I literally just go to sleep whenever the hell. It's bad. It is bad. But yeah. We are here. We're gonna do the damn thing. I don't think this quest is super long either. So yeah, we're just gonna dive into it. Alright, alright. So let's do I have an achievement? Ah, yes. What would I do without my stacks of 5 Primo Gems? Oh, man. I'll get Furina in no time, don't worry. It's kind of sad for Furina from the Archon quest, like you said, right? Yeah, no, it is. I mean, now we gotta see what's going on with Furina, right? I mean, this is the first time that Furina has gotten true freedom. You could actually go and just be yourself now. So I think she's just getting a breather after 500 years, and we're going to really figure out who the real Furina is, you know? And let her figure that out herself. Your baby has decided to become terrified of her own hiccups and no sleep for you. Oh my god. I'm sorry to hear that your sleep is cooked, too. But yeah, them hiccups just be too scary. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. The curtain has fallen on the grand act. The performance has ended. The true appearance of day and night reflected in the pupils of the eyes. On what should have been the road home for the triumphant hero, there are neither bouquets of flowers tossed, nor the echo of applause, only the murmuring of the fountain of Lucine. The future is long as the past, like a gentle ripple, she merges with the throng of humanity. Okay. There you go. I read it. Alright, alright. Let's get it, boys. Furina time, Furina time. You said you got a question for me. Am I going to be brave for the Honkai Star Rail update version 1.5 next week? Are you saying, am I going to be brave because it's like a spooky update of where we're going to an area where there's ghosts and stuff? Don't worry, I mean, I played some scary games. I'll be fine, unless you mean if I'm going to be brave enough to pull on those banners. Because I still don't have Topaz and Numby, so, you know, we're in the sunken place.
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge Mora tag, perhaps?
Listen, Paimon, we don't need Mora, we need Primo Gems. I have more than enough Mora, I have like freaking millions. Listen, you didn't have to be so direct.
Paimon's just being enthusiastic. We're old friends now, she gets it.
She's not even human.
It's a pleasure to see our 2 most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding. So
Remember,
what's the situation?
Remember, how is a scaredy cat, right? Yes. Yes, she is.
To put it simply,
I'm still shocked she's
the
a
requester
5-star,
is
to be honest with
looking for
you.
a temporary replacement actress for their musical.
Huh?
The original cast member ran into some issues, and is currently unable to perform the role.
Listen, I can't act or sing. I don't think you want me.
But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties, so unfortunately they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
That does sound like a tricky situation. So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job. There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show. And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
Tell me about it.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas?
Don't look at me.
Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
I mean, if you want the musical to bomb, yeah, put me in there, don't worry.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there.
He said, are we about to force Furina to act again after her trauma of 500 years? Yeah, like, can we not do that, please? Like, I don't think she needs to act anymore.
Maybe
Let her
you
just
can't
be
build the role
herself.
yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution. Maybe there's something he hasn't thought of.
Please really don't make Furina do this.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder, he looks like he just ate a sour lemon.
Alright, we'll talk to him.
Paimon approves, let's go!
Let's do it. I don't even think Furina's here. She bounced, didn't she?
Are
She
you the
straight
guy
up
looking
left.
for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
No.
Wow, sounds
No.
like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
You want a drunk bard or something? Oh, I'll bring him over here.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot.
If you need somebody to act drunk in the musical, I got somebody.
If we
That's
can't
about
find
it.
someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame.
Can't you just cover the budget for a new actress with ticket fees?
That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts. All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
Well, you screwed.
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe.
This was gonna be the grand finale.
One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
Catherine mentioned that one of your actresses can't make it.
Yeah, the leading lady, in fact.
Oh.
She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas.
Yeah! Hey, Furina, we know you just got, your freedom after 500 years. You think that you could act one more time? Yeah, you're not really gonna make any money off of this, but I mean, you know, if you'd like to, you can. Okay. Like, no.
What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
Paimon, go get a job. You go get the Mora. The hell you
Please,
asking me?
There's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. And I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Listen, Mora isn't the biggest problem. How do we find someone who's who's a good fit for the role?
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show. We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible.
No, don't do it. No.
Oh, wait! What about...
No. No, don't do it. No great minds think alike. No, not that you were just thinking that, no.
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now.
No.
She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the
No.
crowd. Performing in a musical
Why would they
is a
make
big
us
piece
do
of
that?
cake for her.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
Furina, no. I wouldn't have even suggested her. If this was actually me in this position, I wouldn't have even suggested her. Like, just leave her alone.
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
Just leave her be.
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good
What's up,
at
cool
it.
dog? How are you?
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. They were one of the reasons she was so popular.
Hell no.
But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner. She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours.
Oh boy. You want the show to go ahead, don't you? Are you prepared to do whatever it takes?
Well, yes, but...
Wow.
Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to, then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Furina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too. I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested. She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
No point in stressing about
She might want to be left alone.
If we ask her. And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Yeah, let's go. It'll be good to check in on her anyways. You should have just
Thank you for
done
your
that,
help.
you know.
I
Already,
guess I'll
but-
just stay here and wait for the good news. Good luck.
Okay.
Wait, where does Furina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out.
As it happens,
Yes.
I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Woo! When did you get here?
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed.
You said you remember that the Traveler's Hydro skill kind of sacrifices a bit of HP, something like that, right? I think somebody told me about something like that. I don't play as the Traveler anymore, so I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I haven't seriously played as the Traveler in a long time.
It is my duty.
So I don't
to
know
support
what bro
commissioners
be
in
doing these
any way
days,
I
gameplay-wise.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Furina. Back in a jiffy.
Yeah, this is so awful to her, though. The little Oceanid. You're an Oceanid. Okay, well, no, you're like a puppet. You're an Oceanid. You're an Oceanid. You're all Oceanids. Every last one of you. God. I'm gonna be honest, if I was Furina, I would have left Fontaine. I would have just gotten out of here. I'm not staying here no more. I would have been sick of looking at this place. You would have seen me somewhere else. Go see me in Mondstadt or something.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here? Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Mermonia.
Listen, she wants a different, just scenery, okay?
No, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't an earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Well, yeah, you sound very calm now, eh?
Okay, when did popping on a thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags.
Oh yeah, you gonna make some baked mac and cheese or something?
I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Don't you get sick of macaroni every day?
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Huh.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
Is it because you have to do all your own cooking now?
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity! It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too.
Listen, if she likes macaroni, she likes macaroni.
Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focalors or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Oh, of course you could. Yeah.
Ah,
5-star
there it is.
meals.
You don't know how to cook.
Listen, she knows how to cook macaroni. You know.
Not yet, maybe, but
I mean, she's been treated like
Anyway,
royalty this whole
what
time,
are
so...
you even doing here? I do hope
She didn't
you
have to
didn't
learn.
come here just to ogle at my fall from grace.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a fall from grace, really. You know?
Let me first be clear that I'm not
At least she
taking
isn't like
this
A,
time.
yeah.
So if you're just here to clown
At least she could cook
around,
something.
then please be on your way. Shoot!
Listen, I'm not here to clown you.
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad.
Listen, Paimon was just showing concern for your well-being.
Yeah, exactly what the traveler said. Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you.
Listen, you just said that she couldn't cook.
Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
Well, listen, we actually came to ask for your help.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
So, if it's not you, then no one. You're the only one for the job, yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
Yeah, so we want you to go act. Yeah.
I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense.
You said, what the dog doing? Eating macaroni, apparently. You said, which top character is my go-to for you? It's Lumine, the Wanderer, also Nahida, and Kazuha. What was like the main team I use? What is it? Hu Tao, Zhongli, Yai, Miko, and my Yelan. Yep, sorry, my brain went empty for a sec. You said Furina speaking normally, is this a real experience? It is, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, she's just like actually calm now. She doesn't need to be all extra and everything. I'm sure it's weird for her too.
After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine.
Oh, here we go.
Well-versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities. But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
Good. I'm not even mad that you did that. The fact that we had the audacity to come over here and ask you to act is crazy. Like, that was stupid.
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
Paimon, are you stupid? Are we serious right now?
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage.
I would have too.
Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me. Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely.
Like, how dense are we
I'm
right
not
now?
the
Like, come on.
same person I once was.
Come on.
Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
So that's how you really feel. Yeah, she's one. Just leave her alone.
Paimon can understand.
Can you, Paimon? Can you really?
But this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick.
No,
Surely
like
that's
I don't know,
okay.
Chat. This is actually pissing me off. The beginning of this quest is kind of irking my nerves. Can we have the common sense to realize that somebody wouldn't want to do this after having to pretend to be somebody else for 500 years? Just leave her alone. Just leave her be. Oh my god.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it,
If
honestly.
I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
And I think that's fine.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare.
Well, better find somebody else then.
Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me.
Paimon discovers boundaries and disrespects it. Paimon's like, yes, I understand, right after saying stuff that makes her clearly not understand. Like, come on.
Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
You shouldn't assume the worst of people. What's wrong with making one exception? I don't know.
True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for. Ooh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would.
Just leave her alone. Quest ends. Leave her alone. Oh my god.
Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
It's alright, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything.
Yeah, you just kept asking.
Everyone in the troupe will be so disappointed.
Listen, we'll go figure something out, okay?
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. Alright then, we'll see you around, Furina.
Listen, Paimon, don't try to act like you're the victim. Go. Go. You better get sent into the freaking oven.
I'm going home to take a rest now.
Go. What's wrong with you? Can't respect no boundaries of people? You forget Dainsleif is mysterious anyways. You heard he's gonna be playable soon if they show him or something. Maybe one day in 2050, don't worry. You'll get your playable Dainsleif.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision. Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now.
Really? Who would have thought, Paimon? Who would have thought? Man, you just thought about that now, huh? Let's suppose stop. How are you? Paimon. Paimon, you were doing good before this quest. You know, you were on the right track again, being smart. And then your brain cells, I guess you just lost any bit of IQ that you had once this quest started, I guess, huh? Because, like, what? We're acting like we've known this dude forever. We literally just met this guy and found out about the performance thing. We don't even know him like that. You over here trying to get this freaking girl to go do this crap. Come on now. And yeah, Dino, I know. Finally, right? Finally.
That's besides
actually make it
point.
playable.
I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent?
When
did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Damn. Well, this is awkward.
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform.
Well?
Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
She said hell no.
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then.
He said, imagine if we had managed to convince Furina to join only for her to find out she's no longer needed.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
You see, you should have just, this dude over here that we were trying to help out, he should have talked to this girl in the first place and made sure that she was not going to be able to do it before, trying to get other people to go find a replacement.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
You see how you're making Furina look now, Paimon? Oh my god.
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement.
You said you agree with me on that? Yeah, this whole thing is just... Oh, Lord.
This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you.
Oh, and you said unless she has her glasses, then she's smart. Oh, yeah, the freaking glasses with the little mustache that Paimon will have.
So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
I wonder if she's gonna end up getting sick right before the performance and then Furina's gonna jump in or something.
Yes,
is that what they're gonna do?
I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day. I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out.
You said this quest better turn itself around because it's F tier already. For that, I mean, this quest is pissing me off so far. It definitely is pissing me off.
Every one of us thinks of this.
But I want to
as
see how they
home,
turn this.
myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show. I should have asked for your permission first.
Yeah, you should have.
All's well
Trying to
that
replace
ends
people
well.
without saying
The
anything.
show will go on.
Alright. Wait. Paimon... Wait here a second.
Sure.
Furina's here. Furina, are you just watching? Or what you up to?
Hey, how did you...
Damn.
I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me.
Damn. Hand holding in my Genshin illegal.
Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things.
I mean, I'm not even mad about it. That's just me, though.
And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down. I'm sorry, Paimon.
I don't even think... Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just going crazy or something. But I don't even feel like she should be saying sorry. What are you saying sorry for? For you, like, you getting a little bit, like, harsher with your tone after Paimon kept asking you to do it? To help? I don't know. Like I said, that's just me. That's just me. I feel like she had every right to be like that.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
Person, when's Arcanage chapter 12? Probably Friday. And yeah, of course I've been to the chasm. Had to go to the chasm.
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you? I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me. But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yes.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Furina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that, and no need to keep addressing me as Lady. Just Furina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe.
Oh, really?
Tragically, she was a victim in the serial disappearances case.
Oh, that whole Vache thing?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice.
Yeah, we made him jump in that fountain, don't worry. He got what was coming to him. Yeah, what's up, cowboy? How are you? You said you cannot count on how many female childs you had to go through. Wait, huh? What do you mean?
But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us. People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can, but despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing, but ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh.
That's so sad.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken.
By a dude who was obsessed trying to get his wife back. So he turned everybody into the freaking water. They turned into oceanids.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, they've always been
We all
oceanids.
miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Furina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member.
Alright, so you're just gonna give them some advice.
If you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Okay, I feel it, yeah. Sure.
Most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
So she doesn't have to directly act herself, but give advice?
Don't have any
Okay.
budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return,
Just give her macaroni.
if you're willing,
That will be
is
compensation.
that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director.
Hmm.
Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epicles is that there's a lot you don't see when you
Tartaglia,
observe
is that
everything
you?
from on high.
Who the
The
hell?
law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
You said that wasn't you. A verdict can bring emotional catharsis. They come pouring out and flow away into infinity.
An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time.
Yes, of
Take,
course.
for example, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before. And so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh? You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
I mean, since it's you, I'll do it.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances, as of course we all are. All right, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
Okay. Let's do it. Alright, and now the mission is going. Yeah. You just thinking of all the different nicknames for Paimon? Anything that could just end with Mon, yeah? How did I put that right there? Alright, let's head on down. Digimon. Yeah. He said, bro said he's on the little smaller side. Oh, Lord. I wonder if she can't tear herself away from acting because that's all she's done her whole life. It is tragic. Yeah. She's drawn right back to the thing that she literally just got away from, huh? Right back into it. But at least she's not having to directly do it as of this moment. You know, it's just giving some tips.
Lady Furina?
Oh my god.
What's Lady Furina doing here?
About to help you. What you mean?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant.
With the little Oceanid. What is this, bootleg The Little Mermaid? I just thought about that. What the hell?
These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction. You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Finding an actress was the least of your problems. So you have a performance, you have a play that you're trying to do. The script is not finished. And you were still trying to figure out the actress situation because you didn't know if she was going to be available. Oh boy. So who the hell's going to finish writing this?
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about.
Oh boy, alright, give me a sec. First, I have a question about Dainsliff. He said, is he a good guy or a bad guy? Nah, he's a devil himself, what do you mean? Dainsliff is the evilest character in Genshin history, what do you mean, man? Isn't the script usually first? I mean, that's how you're supposed to do. Ideally, you're supposed to have the script done first, then find the actors, you know, but, since their director and stuff ended up, being a victim to what, Vache, right? And, guess they just decided to skip a few steps. You said, no shit to my gal Paimon, Tartaglia, I guess all the beatdowns you've been getting since 1.0 haven't taught you a lesson, huh? Show some respect to Paimon, oh lord. No, Tartaglia literally has been getting, just bullied. Man has been getting just beat down for a while now. It's been bad for him.
The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect.
Until the Fire Nation attacked.
But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
Furina, you want to take this one?
I haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
I think you just go with a happy ending at this point.
You mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah. Like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But Then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from 2 of our main actors.
You said, did they ever explain why her hair is randomly short or long? Wait, Furina? In the gameplay, in her gameplay, doesn't it change back and forth? I feel like that's something that was mentioned in the live stream for 4.2, but I don't remember any reasoning behind that, if that's what
The first is Paulo.
you're asking
the
there, right?
protagonist's lover.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. The deadline's passed, and we still haven't heard from him. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since.
So this is a disaster.
He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
This is a literal disaster. You brought us into a nightmare.
So, now that we have Miss Furina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop. You're making me all flustered.
Sure.
Although, not in a bad way.
Yeah. You said you have a theory for it, but you'll tell after the quest. Gotcha.
I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
I love this music in the back, by the way.
Some company.
Poisson?
Poisson. Something wrong?
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So, allons-y. To Poisson!
Poisson, doesn't that mean fish in French? I think somebody was saying that yesterday. I believe so. You said also she's cooking your phone, so unfortunately she's unplayable for you. So, wait, did you get Furina, and Furina is just making your phone turn into an easy bake oven? It's just too much? Damn, you said yes? Oh my god. Jeez. See, that just shows the power level, you know? She's too strong, man. Wait, so... Okay, so question, boys. So technically... Isn't Nervalet the, like... Hydro Archon now, right? After yesterday? I'm sorry, I just randomly started thinking about that right now. Yes. You said no. I saw a yes and I saw a no. You said, huh? Is he not? Because I could have sworn that Focalors shifted that title over to him. She's like, oh yeah, you're taking this now. You said he's not, he's just in charge? Not Archon, but he's in charge. Okay. So yeah, he's just in charge of everything, but he's not like the Hydro Archon. So, there's just no Hydro Archon at all at this point then. So the Hydro Archon's really just dead. Yeah, so Hydro Sovereign. Okay. Okay. So yeah, he's in charge, but the title Hydro Archon doesn't exist. I got you. Damn. So we literally just have no Hydro Archon. That's crazy, though. Yeah, he gave his his Chaos Emerald-looking thing to the Fatui. Yeah, the Gnosis. Yeah. Yeah. That Gnosis is gone. I mean, you know, Skirk said it would bring misfortune to keep those things. It's not good to keep Gnosises. So, he's like, yeah, I'm not trying to risk Fontaine's health after everything that just happened. She could take it. Good luck with that, Arlecchino. Enjoy.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
And there? Oh, hell no.
Who is it?
It's
Delivery.
me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Listen, you either open that door or we're gonna kick it down.
Looking forward to your masterpiece.
Nah, kick that thing down. I ain't got time for this. We came all the way down here.
As expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they
Hey,
just
yo,
seen
Navia?
you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Furina, too.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll.
Okay.
Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
Can't get social cues.
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
Yeah, I mean, things got bad.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet?
I mean,
We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done. Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina. It's not a perfect solution, but
yeah, that's not the real
hopefully
Furina. Don't worry about
means
it.
You won't have to lie low while you're here.
You see, you thought that was the real Furina? Nah, that's a fake Furina. And then the real Furina was still the one that was pretending to be Focalor this whole time. Yes, true deception.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
You said you still think it's odd that Navia was the only one in all of Fontaine who had a choice on getting dissolved? Yeah, that was pretty crazy, wasn't it? She actually got to go see all of the other people that already got dissolved. The freaking Oceanids, and then the two of them were able to save her. That plot armor. They're like, hey, this is gonna be a playable character. It's not an NPC, so Navia is not dying. Sorry.
Well,
Not
what do you
happening.
expect? I am the
We need our-
courageous and
we need our
considerate
money out here.
president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
They buffed Geo in the storyline. You don't get that Geo buff in gameplay, but on that storyline, oh, don't you worry. Alright, got it, Navia.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with. So maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
Oh. It's alright. Accompany Furina as she unwinds. Okay. Do your thing. Do your thing. Damn, why everybody's staring, bro?
I'm so grateful.
Well, I know
that
why,
Miss
but you
Navia
know.
was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
Yeah. You said Bennett or A's cooking? Well, Benny's gonna make a monstrosity that's gonna poison you. If A cooks, the food's not even gonna be there. It would have blown up. So you know what? Go with A. You wouldn't even be eating anything.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which,
you know,
of course, I completely understand and accept.
I'm sure that some people didn't buy Navia's lie, so they're staring at you kind of crazy.
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me.
Yeah, they're giving you that side eye of death. They're giving you that, like, Luigi death stare. That's what they're giving you, to be honest.
I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful.
Well, yeah, considering the people that got dissolved down here, yeah.
Especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
I mean, maybe you've taken on a bit too much in one go. Me too, it's not like you.
What do you mean by that? You expected me to just keep running and hiding from my responsibility forever?
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
I'm not staying quiet either.
Every time we made a move.
Yeah.
How about we check out Spina di Rosula?
Yeah, you said girl, then change your clothes. Yeah, let's get you a wig, and let's switch the fit. Get some less attention on you, okay? How about we try red instead of wearing some blue right now, okay? Don't worry. I'll be fine. I mean, honestly, to go back to that Benny or A cooking question, I feel like you could take Benny's food, because Benny, like, with how bad his luck is, the portion of the food that he would give you would be completely fine, and then the portion that he'd eat himself would be the poisoned one. That's how a bro's luck be. So, probably something like that. You said, that's her skin, bro. Mihoyo will have to get a new skin. Genshin skins?
You
Where's
probably
Hoothouse?
just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
It's fine. It's okay.
Don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Yeah. Talk about your
Great.
feelings.
Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet.
Mhm.
I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only doing your duty.
Yeah, don't be so harsh on yourself.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
That's not true.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
There's people that still look up to you like crazy, obviously, and think the world of you. But yeah, think of your think of your freedom as your reward. There we go.
Reward?
Because now you can finally speak your heart, and you don't have to be anguished and alone anymore.
I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Furina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
What Paimon meant to say was she doesn't like seeing you so down. Do you feel better having gotten all this off your chest?
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
He said it was the only Archon quest where the other players played more significant roles in the Traveler. Yeah, you're talking about Act 5, yeah. Nervalette was the MVP in the quest. In your opinion? Yeah, Nervalette is great, man. Nervalette, bro does what he has to do. And his development as a character has been fantastic. Alright. Go down a little bit. The hell? Here we are.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods.
Damn.
Not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on.
Damn.
It's not every day we get to dine at Furina di Rosula's
Said you need to get off that fried food, brother.
How generous she is.
Them deep fried
Pass on
Oreos.
free food.
Them damn. Okay, let me. Never mind. Listen, she said it. She said
Anyway,
it. I didn't say
my
no.
character doesn't need to be slim and good looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours.
He said, it's not my job to be slim and fit, it's your job. But that's a crazy comment. Bro said, nah, you're supposed to. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, she was just worried about you, my guy.
I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Damn. Said the deep fried Oreos, the Twinkies, the glazed donuts, the honey buns, the cosmic brownies, the ice cream, the freaking pies, croissant, everything. Damn, she on your ass.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
You said you won again, Furina. Well, you pulled Furina? You were able to get Furina? Oh no, you did not call him that. Oh my god. You did not call him the Nikocado Avocado of Genshin. No. No, that's an insane statement. Oh no. I'm just gonna let this keep going. That's insane.
You're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead.
Bro, Cowboy, just from seeing like that dude's thumbnails, it makes me lose my appetite.
Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Okay.
So you were discussing your characters, right?
Yeah.
Cyanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Yeah, what are you playing?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
Okay.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Okay. Well, you said there's 2 Archons left. Yeah, the Pyro Archon, I mean, yeah, Natlin. That would be the next region. That'll be like next year. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Damn, Paimon, you laughing at him? Damn. Like that?
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
The boar?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too. Like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid.
This game, guys. You made him play the boar? Listen, the Genshin's the one saying all this. I didn't say anything, Jim.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Bro, they on your ass.
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
You said the director figured out she didn't have to pay orphans to work.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come.
Oh.
How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Furina.
Ayo.
Furina? The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Dialogue.
So, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script.
Okay.
I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human, against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes.
The heavenly
People start to
principle.
notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it, and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Oh, ain't that realistic?
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret.
Oh
The
no.
little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Oh.
Huh?
Damn.
Didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You
What?
know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as
So
possible.
you want to make it even more depressing?
What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her?
What?
Her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction.
What type of ending you looking for? What? Like, what? You like those real messed up endings, don't you, huh? You get the bad ending.
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to
Is this
me.
Moana? What can I say
And
except you're welcome?
perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
Like, you trying to make that audience just feel dead inside, huh? After they're done watching that.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death, both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited
And she
at
never
the
showed up.
rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her.
Yeah.
The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
She got sacrificed by a dude that was obsessed
But
with getting his
doesn't
wife
the way
back.
she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
You said you wonder if you'd be able to talk to her? Just go jump in the fountain, yeah. Hope for the best. Maybe.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aurelie.
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel.
Well, this took a turn.
I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away.
My guy got the friend zone treatment. Damn. That's tough.
She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her.
Oh,
she
no.
never considered us as potential romantic
Oh,
partners.
no. No. Not that. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. You get hit with that one, it's time to pack it up. It's time to go home. You said, why does it feel like it's gonna be a murder case? Because the director was involved in a freaking murder case. But, man. You get hit with the, nah. You're like a brother to me. You're like a sister. Nah. Bro zoned? That's worse than friend zone. You see, at least when you get friend zone, there's a little slither of a chance that you could turn it around eventually, you know? There's a chance. But if you get bro zoned, nah. Where's the button at? Where's the button? Is this the button right here? That's it right there. That's it. That's it. It's done. It's done. It's done, bro. Just pack it up. Don't even try no more.
Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention. Well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Damn.
Oh, Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aurelie. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Yeah, gotta figure it out.
That's where we're at. Looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Let's get it done.
I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes.
Good.
Funny
Gotta
you
get it
ask,
done.
Though, you really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Allons-y.
Allons-y. Okay. Let's do it. Nah, bro said that you got bro zoned. Nah, bro. Like, I think through my whole life, I think that happened to me like once. You know what I did? Packed it up and went home. That was it. That's all you could do. You just take that L and you go home, bro. Ain't no fixing that one. Hell no. Alright, right over here.
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Okay. I think, out of context, that was like the weirdest Genshin dialogue I've ever heard. Okay. Where, what the hell are you?
As if this
That's what she said.
enough already without
Literally. Literally.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't
yeah.
need to take a detour.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Wait, why are you all looking at me?
Mm?
You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
You got some hands, right?
We're
Don't
just
worry.
curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
Yeah, go ahead, Furina, pop
Yeah,
off. Yeah.
Don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium.
Look at our faces.
Furina said so herself.
Precisely. And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway.
Yeah, we're fighting cryo and water
As much
slimes. You
as
see, it
pains
doesn't
me,
matter. Some
Unfortunately,
hydro slimes.
I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
It sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
I don't know how to say that. Si esta la bien. This doesn't require god-level powers. Don't you know any self-defense?
Hey, lay off, all right? My bluff is hanging from a thread here.
No, you're gonna fight with me. Come on.
I'm sorry. I got carried away. Please help us out, would you?
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Furina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Alright, defeat the monsters before you. Oh no. What will I do?
Right here.
Oh no.
Nothing lasts forever.
Oh man. Oh no. Not more slimes. What am I going to do?
Be sanctified.
Oh no.
Silence.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just water on ice, yeah. 200 IQ. Hydro slimes. Okay, you might take a little bit longer to die just because of this team that I have. I'm not gonna lie to you. You might take a second longer. Alright, there we go.
Good show. You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
And up we go. You said, oh, like you have anything you could say, Paimon? Yeah, Paimon has never fought anything, so I mean, Alright, and down we go.
Vilma, are you there?
Hello?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Furina doing here?
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
Yep. Autocorrection is weird, that it is.
You think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone?
Hell yeah.
I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show.
What?
If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Okay.
Vilma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
Huh?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, what do you mean? What did you do?
Listen, Vilma.
What did you do?
I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now,
What did he do?
I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show.
And we like, was he in love with her
Will not be
too?
complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
Bro, what did you do?
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience.
Okay.
Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troop's financial situation was pretty dire.
What you do? Sell some crack or something? What you do?
Anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances.
Okay.
It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director.
Okay.
It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Good job. Good job. I remember that induces a state of euphoria, but it also causes significant harm to the body, yeah.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we.
So that's why she got picked to be put into that experiment? Ooh. Oh no. Oh no.
And then...
Oh, you know what happened next.
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe, and it wasn't my fault. But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point.
So no, it is your fault. Okay, so this one's on you. So the reason that she even ended up getting it put in that position and dying, really, was because you decided to make a business decision without consulting her in the first place, which created a domino effect of all these bad things. Ooh. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, my guy. The dude standing in front of you that was in love with her, he might just lunge at you and try to strangle your ass right now.
I admit this whole thing was my mistake. Yeah. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
Yeah, your mistake gave them a motive to kidnap and murder her. You know, I think that might be one of the craziest lines they let you pick in this game. That's a crazy line. Wow.
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed.
Yeah, you did.
There, I said it.
You did, yeah.
Happy now?
Yeah.
Hey, don't say that.
Nah, he did.
You traitor!
Yeah.
You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us?
Yep.
What do you mean? You were afraid. This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her. How could you be so stupid?
Bro, he about to whoop your ass. NPC fight, NPC fight. Yo, just go ahead. Nah, go ahead.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
No hands.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life.
I mean, you still did get friend zoned, my guy. But, you know.
And he has the gall to try and high road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly.
I'm sorry is really not.
I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director.
No.
What good is my apology now?
You waited to say this all right now, and you were the cause of this, yeah.
I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve.
Kill is crazy. You definitely deserve some type of ass whooping. Definitely. But kill is crazy.
End my life, so I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
I don't think you gonna go meet the director.
Get out of my sight. Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again!
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Furina. If y'all got that beef with each other, and it's not gonna work, then just stop now. But if you want to do the performance, still go for it. But you said, why are they making him look crazy for being upset? I know. I feel like it's still justified for him to be upset, though. Definitely. I mean, I would have, you might have to throw some hands after that, I ain't gonna lie, but
you can't bring yourself to do that, can you?
It's like
You
earlier
cared
when they
too
tried to
much
make
about
Furina look
Director
crazy for
O'Reilly
being
and the
upset
home
at
she
Paimon.
built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
You felt like it was the director.
For
Yep.
a moment there,
It's like I already
felt
knew
like
that's
our
what she was about to say.
director
Yep.
was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
I mean, you gotta be
Of
stern
course she
sometimes.
was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's alright. Let's save all this for after the performance.
Yeah, let's save this ass whooping I'm gonna give you until after we're done. Let's do this in honor of her, and then you're totally getting beaten to a pulp. Yeah.
The ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray.
True.
The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
It might actually be possible to find out more about her fate.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You said, honestly, if you got your director killed, you'd have to quit. Yeah. Like, I'll say this. I am kind of shocked of how calm everybody else was about finding out that it was his fault for her getting killed. They're just like, no, don't say that you got her killed. Like, didn't you just find out at the same time everybody else did that he is the reason? I would expect y'all to be a little bit, like, heated as hell too, but I don't know. Why is the only person who was super heated about it the dude that was, like, in love with her?
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Okay. Let's go. Look for the director's belongings. Should be over here. Let's head on over here then.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now.
Listen, I'm just trying to, you know,
since you were the ones who discovered and
do a little
submitted the
research
evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
Thank you.
So, this is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vachey's guilt.
Vachey took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
Yeah, dude was a
I guess
demon.
O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the
Straight
hope
up
that her
demon.
records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Something wrong?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Okay. Let me take a look here. Alright. Someone else was taken. That makes 6. Or perhaps the 7th. Someone tried to escape yesterday but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. What was that yesterday? Maybe not. Or was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry. I don't know if writing this is of any use, or how much longer I could do it for. I can already see my fate approaching. But what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troupe here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry. I'm so sorry. I could write no more. I think I have a fever, and my old stomach troubles have returned, but nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than Tracy. The pain keeps her awake all night. Excuse me. I suppose they think that anything goes... Okay, I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It is so damp here. I have given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troop safe. I, them, important. Please, farewell, apologize. Life, perform, future. Regret, Cleo. This page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops to be replaced with the lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others are handwritten with many crossing outs and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this was the personal notebook of artistic director O'Reilly. Yeah, Story 2 came out for Nikkei. Hope you can react to it soon. Yeah, I should be doing that tomorrow. Should be checking that second part out. She watched a girl get dissolved right in front of her, and had to wait for her own death in silence. Yeah, that is terrifying.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troupe, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been.
Yeah.
Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Huh? Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last page with a blank page. At the bottom of the folded note are 2 new lines Aurelia has written, in handwriting much more legible than before, but it seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you could reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this still what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this
she
is
accepted
what
her
the
fate.
hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
They deserve to. They deserve to know. Alright, let's go check it out, huh? Bring the director's diary back. Also, if you haven't left a like on the stream, helps out very much to do so. If you haven't subscribed and you're enjoying the stream, that helps out very much too, my dudes. We on that road to 12k, my dudes, which is freaking crazy. For now, just enjoy the peacefulness before this probably gets more depressing over here. What? Oh my god, you know what makes me so dumb? Like, so I'm turning around this corner of this wall, and I'm turning my head like that's gonna help me peek over. What am I doing? When you become too immersed, yes. Actually start turning your head. Oh my god. Alright, here we are. Alright, after reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage, yeah. I wonder who's the one who howled with rage. Here, VR. A long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself.
She was a real one.
I know what choice her little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary.
We got the answers we needed.
Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance, to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director O'Reilly and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Has to be.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
You could sense the passion from them.
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Yeah, they're all passionate for some different reasons.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Can you imagine they do this performance after all this and then their acting just sucks?
We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down.
The performance just like scuffed as hell.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Okay.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right. I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Alright, the showtime is about to begin.
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage.
Damn, she about to have
By
you.
which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
In the big leagues.
Whoa, wait, what?
Yeah, you gonna have the
That's
big
never gonna work.
leagues.
It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
No, though that's not what I meant.
Well, then you should be fine. Don't worry about it.
Finale, right?
Listen, go big or go home. You got it.
I have no problem with
Hell
it
yeah.
then. How about the rest of you?
Shouldn't be any problem. You got this in a bag, okay? Easy.
I'll take your silence as a yes.
Let's get it.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Let's get it.
Don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette. I know just where to find him.
Alright. You need Nervilette to talk to you? Boom, he's right here. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this performance, there's no way this performance will be trash. It has to be good. It's gonna be emotional. Why did I get you climbing walls? Oh, Nervilette. My guy.
Hey, look at that. Looks like
You're ready
I'm
for
proud.
cringe? Nah, listen, this is about to be a 5-star performance. Don't worry about it.
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, traveler.
I saw you yesterday,
What can I
Nervilette.
assist you with
Come on now.
today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
We share the story.
I understand.
You do think it would show a heart? Yeah, I think it will too.
The
Of
process
course.
for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from a
Listen, it's Furina asking, alright? You gotta do it.
Difficult.
Whatever
The
Furina
story
asks
of
for,
the
you gotta
River
give her at
of
this
Sin
point.
is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage.
Can we get some people to be in the crowd
I'm
too?
surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Listen, she's just helping push people in the right direction.
This is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater
I don't know if
companies
she'd
are
return to
simply
the
added
stage
their
anytime
repertoire.
soon, right?
The experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again.
Once again,
No exceptions.
I respect it. I think it's cool if she does, like, just help people out, you know? Push them in the right direction since she does have a crazy amount of experience. Like, I think that's fine. But I do feel like her acting herself is just... It is pushing it, you know? Yeah, why do they keep pushing her to act? They have dementia. Everybody's like, you know, you were a really good actor, you know. You know, you think about acting again? You got that itch to act again? It's just like... No. No, I don't think she does.
Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely
Yeah, I think
hope
the
show
role
will
that she
serve
has
as the
now is
grandest
fine.
of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail
Yeah,
the
bro.
relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
That's like having somebody, oh man, bro, you made the best pizzas for like 20 years, man. You made nothing but pizzas, and now you finally retired and said you're done with pizza. Hey, you think you could go and make everybody a bunch of pizzas again right now? No, I'm done with pizza. Leave me alone. Or you were like you were at a competitive eating contest, eating one thing. I'm done eating this. I never want to eat this again. Hey, you think you could do that trick one more time? You know, just eat a bunch of freaking hot dogs again or something? No, I'm not doing it.
You are very
You're trying to make them go back to the thing that they said they're done doing. They're not doing it no more. It's like once you make them go back, they're back into the freaking cycle again. Like her macaroni. Yes, the macaroni. Alright. Rehearsal. Oh, shoot. Here we are. Alright, how's rehearsal going? You guys doing good, or you're like sucking over here?
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked.
You're welcome.
Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance.
You should feel honored.
We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now,
What could possibly
let's
go
work
wrong?
together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiomali and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Good.
Wow,
Alright.
you two had a constructive conversation?
For once.
Communication is vital to any good performance.
He's like, I still wanna just, you know, just...
So far.
It's
I
fine.
never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing. Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up.
Huh? I'm really looking forward to the final production.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Okay. And there they go. Everything just going wrong over there?
That cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
They got a full crowd in there, eh? Okay.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Is she okay?
Why does it have to be now?
Oh, so you are gonna get sick at the last moment.
What's going on? You're due on
Oh
stage any
my god.
second
So they
now.
are gonna do the thing of where it makes Furina have to go in there and act?
Oh no, not again.
Oh boy.
But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
Here we go.
I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Oh, I wonder what we're going to do. It's almost like at the beginning of the quest. I said what was gonna happen. Oh boy, so we're making her act. Okay. Well.
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Yeah.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it.
Oh, I wonder who.
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Yeah, I mean, we saw this coming.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Well, here we go, right? Showtime, right? And here comes Furina. Didn't think we'd be seeing her act again, huh? Well, I mean, before this quest. I mean, once the quest started, you know, I literally called it, yeah, but... Here we go.
Is she here yet?
Let's get here.
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
And here she comes. That voice, though.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Ooh. Bro, going through the feels. Hey, yo. A vision. No, that song was beautiful. So what if she went up there and was a terrible singer? That would have been something, wouldn't it? No, that was honestly beautiful. That man, she was hitting them notes.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now?
That's not Furina. Don't worry about it. What are you talking about?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere.
No.
I gotta say though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice.
I mean, it was in honor of somebody else, you know?
I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Welp, they just put you on blast. GG's.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
GG, yeah, it's over. She's like, listen, I did not sign up for this.
So it was Furina after all.
Yep, they put you on blast.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
Damn, bruh. They really snuck you with that one, huh?
Alright, calm down, don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
They said, at most you might be asked to sign a few autographs later.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
You're gonna be there, sitting there for like an hour signing autographs.
Talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show. It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Yeah, so you actually...
that?
Yeah, so you actually just got a vision. Yeah. So that's real. that thing is actually real. So hey, Furina, you could fight now. You got listen, chat. Furina got the hands. Yeah, there you go. See, now it all makes sense for her animations in the game when you play as her.
It worked pretty well, didn't it?
You said this whole quest has been disrespecting all of Furina's boundaries and trying to make it okay. It was. It was. That's 100% true.
I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
It's like, I think it was a touching play and story that they did to honor Aurelie, right? That's how you say her name? The woman who had died and was a victim to freaking Creep Vache and his freaking murder spree. I think that was good and everything, but it was like, damn, everybody was just trying to make it seem like hey, it's okay, just act again, yeah. It's like, I'm all about, like, being able to, like, move on from the past and continue your life and, you know, have growth in your life and everything. It's just, dude, she literally was acting for 500 freaking years. Like, can she just get a breather from acting, you know? But I guess in the end, Furina was a little bit happy about being back on stage, in a sense, even though she did make that promise to herself that she didn't really want to go back, so there's that. And like I said, I guess with this performance specifically, she got to sing there, and she did it in honor of somebody else that did have an end that was pretty effed up, you know? So I guess there's that, you know? So I mean, if there was a performance that you had to do, I guess this was one of the better ones, right? So there is that.
Wait,
if you wanna try to look at it from a positive standpoint in some type of way, yeah.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Yeah. And in the end, Furina, I guess, did make the decision to cover for the girl that ended up getting sick. So, there's it. Alright, here we are. You felt like Furina was still get tripped into it initially because of Paimon, which makes this whole thing feel bitter. Yeah, because Paimon was like, oh, well, I guess we'll see you later, Furina, like saying it like that and stuff. That is true. I will not deny that. I'm curious to see what everybody else is going to say about this quest, like after the stream's over and stuff in the comments. I know people are going to give their opinion on it. Because it was kind of weird how they did that. You know, everybody's just like, yeah, just act, and, you know, trying to make it seem like she was the bad guy for not wanting to do it. But, yeah. Like I said, I'm all about, you know, being able to, like, move on from stuff and you know, have personal growth, but, yeah, it's just, I don't know. That was a little, like, oof of how that was done. Am I not in the right place? No. Here we are.
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
You said you're glad it turned out positive in the end, but it could have been executed way better. Yeah, I think the execution with some parts of it was weird. When it came to Furina's part of it. With how the characters were acting. Because it was almost like, in the beginning, like, the characters were acting just, like, denser, like, just, like, airheaded a little bit, you know? Like, just, like, not looking at it from her point of view, but then still being like, oh, yeah, this must be tough for her, huh? Like, you didn't think of that before, Paimon? I know, Paimon, you're a little bit stupid sometimes, but, like, you didn't think of that before? I don't know. It was just kind of weird with that. But, like I said, I did enjoy the story of the actual, quest. I think that was good and touching. Just with some weird parts.
Was it a success?
Yeah, like Traveler, you looked into her memories. Literally, you saw what she had to deal with.
You'll be glad to know
So why are we trying to guilt trip?
Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
Like, I low-key want to look and see what other people have said about this quest, like, after this, because I'm genuinely curious.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
I mean, hey, you did your best.
Oh, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it.
Hell yeah.
I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life.
Damn.
I'm just happy to
Tell
know
me
that
about
we
it.
went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you're able to
Blaming your
get
bad
the
luck
show
again,
done
are
in a
we?
respectful and honorable
Maybe if
way.
you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
Fun times.
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the little Oceanit to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
This dude in the back feeling crazy guilt.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I mean, I don't blame him, bro. I don't blame him, you know?
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
Yeah, just do whatever feels right to you. I guess if there's a role out there where she feels like she could express herself, she would do it. But like she said, she, doesn't want to pretend to be somebody else.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them.
Okay.
I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future.
She loves that real stuff.
I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Next time I'll invite you to join me.
then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Well, you got a vision now, Furina. You got a vision. If you got something out of that... Bro, why are you looking at Furina like that?
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands.
Hell yeah.
Is that how humans feel about it as well?
And there we have it.
I
These two
mean,
just gonna...
of course I have some regrets, but...
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, I've got an interview with the Steambird to get to. Thanks to all your help.
And thank you for watching,
the show was more
Nessiness. You
perfect
have
than
a
we ever could have hoped
great
for.
night. I appreciate the support once again.
Most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to Aurelie.
Now that the buzz is worn off, I feel ready to pass out.
Bro was exhausted. I just want to see real quick if I... Give me one sec. Let me see something. I'm gonna go to just a random playthrough of this quest. Chat, I have to know what people are saying about this quest. Like, I'm very curious. I think it was still good, and I think, like I said, the story behind it was good. I'm curious. Give me one moment. Give me a sec. Alright. See, okay, so somebody had said, I love how devoted she was to keeping her boundaries. Boundaries are very important, and she feels like a real person trying to protect her own mental state. Yeah, it was realistic. Like, Furina, the way that Furina was acted in this quest, I think was very realistic. And I think that's good. That's how it should be. There should be, like, I mean, it shouldn't just be like, oh, you know, everything's fine, Candyland and everything. Like, she should still feel affected after what the hell happened. Let's see. Yeah, see, okay. See, somebody said, what the hell is wrong with Paimon and the Traveler? Why are they being dicks to people and trying to, what's it called? Shame and guilt tripper. Who wrote this story? Okay, see, yeah, so other people felt the same. Okay. That's what I was wondering if I was gonna see. Yeah, we saw it, yep. So other people, they're like, yeah, why the hell is the Traveler and Paimon acting like that to Furina, acting like they didn't know what happened? Yeah. And then, yeah, people said, she said no, why did they continue to pressure? Yeah. I just said, why is Paimon and Traveler acting like a Twitter user in the story quest? Yeah, that's... yeah, I don't know what was going on there. So yeah, it was cool. Cool quest. Just a bit weird at times. That's my consensus on it. If you had to ask me my thoughts on comparing it to the other Fontaine quests, I do feel that, Nervalet's and Risley's quest was better than this one. If you want to know my thoughts on that, so I'll say that. But I don't think this was bad. I think it was still enjoyable. But yeah, you do think that she was pulling herself out, which is understandable, but she's still closing herself, not letting people in. Yes, indeed. Yeah, this was something. Yeah, Nervalet's story quest went crazy. But Furina, I'm happy for you that you're progressing, and, you know, now every once in a while you might do a show or something, as long as it feels like you're able to express yourself. So, there's that. And, I mean, hey, if she got something out of it, she got her vision. She got a vision now, so there is that. Feels filler, not in a bad way, though, more just stagnant. yeah, like I said, I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was a bad quest. I still enjoyed it, but it was just very weird of how, you know, Paimon and the Traveler were acting towards her. I don't know, what, we guilt tripping her or something like that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching very much. I appreciate it. You guys know when new Genshin content comes out, I will check it out as soon as I can for you guys. Good update overall, story-wise. Navia will be next update, along with the other character that I keep forgetting her name with the eye patch and gun, which looks really cool. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully Clorand and Arlecchino will be after that. That'd be great if that is the case. Please make Arlecchino playable, because I will spend money. And yeah. Honkai Star Rail update, what, next week or something? So, you know, you got that. And then other gachas that I keep up to date with, Arknights will be doing. I gotta continue the Nikke Red Hood story, that thing, is tomorrow. And yeah, so we good. Yeah, Limbus is this month. Funny enough, the Limbus update for the next chapter, are we on chapter 5 now? Is that what's next? I forget what chapter. I think it might be chapter 5. We'll be doing that. And what I was gonna say, funny enough, that update's on Thanksgiving, so I'll stream that after, probably like late, like it will be that night, but it's gonna be like late night that I'll stream that probably. So yeah. And Yiseng ID is out. Oh yeah, W Corp Yiseng. Well yeah, I think we're good boys. We're good out here. I'm gonna get my guy Nervalet to level 80. And I need to build Venti, because we were able to get Venti and stuff, so we're good there. But until the next one, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, Discord server, I was gonna say in the description box below, it is there, but I'll put it over here. And the chat, all that good stuff, can't wait for Present Sinclair to come out. Are people still waiting for Farm Watch IDs? Are they even gonna get that? Y'all ain't getting no damn Farm Watch IDs, are you? Yeah, the link is there, all that good stuff. And now, I'm out of here. So until the next one, stay safe, and as always, don't do crack. We gone. Let's hit the music, and y'all have yourself a good night, okay?